All right, good evening, everyone. In the presentation, the title, it says 5th, 6th, 7th grade Cupcake Wars. This is the 7th grade Cupcake Wars. And how this relates, though, to the 5th and 6th is this year we were able to bring in RamQuest into the 5-6 for this year. Now, unfortunately, these students did not have the pleasure of having RamQuest at any time because it was in the K-4 when they weren't there, and then now it's in the 5-6 when they're not there. But one of the visions, and I printed it right off of our website because I really think it is important, and I think the teachers really looked at the vision of RamQuest and tried to figure out a way to take that vision and then bring it to the 7th grade without having RamQuest there. And the vision of RamQuest, it's where students engage in authentic learning experiences in which they will have to think critically, creatively, to solve problems, to inquire, and to explore. So we're looking at those 4 C's that we're looking at when we look at our STEAM programming and what are we doing in each of the grade levels. So I'd like to introduce first Mr. Fickert, our technology teacher, and then Melinda Borges will come on, and she's our family consumer science teacher, and you will see how these two married together for a wonderful project called Cupcake Wars.
Thank you. I want to start by thanking the board for having us this evening. I'm just going to give a quick overview. Looks like you have a lot of presentations this evening, so we'll make it fast. We started last school year. Melinda approached me and asked me if I wanted to be part of a development of a curriculum, which, as you can see, is Cupcake Wars. And what it is we get the FCS classes as well as my tech ed classes together for 6 days out of the marking period. The first 2 days, we watch an episode of Cupcake Wars, get them thinking about it and introducing it to them. And then the next day and a half, we spend collaborating as an entire group. They have groups of maybe 10 to 12 students, and they work together. They come up with a plan for their cupcakes, the design, for the icing, and then obviously they come up with a plan for a structure to hold 15 to 20 cupcakes. After the first 2 days, we break apart. FCS goes back to their rooms. My tech ed students are in my room. My students, for 3 days, we make a structure that's going to hold 15 to 20 cupcakes. The FCS students, they go back to the room, they bake the cupcakes, they decorate the cupcakes. And then the last day, we get back together as a team, and they present their structures, they present their cupcakes. We do some voting. All the teachers vote, the students vote, and then the best part of it at the end, they get to eat their cupcakes. So they enjoy that. The 2 classes together, what we really get out of it is that chance to collaborate, communicate, and work together as a team. As we all know, when you get out in the real world, that's one big thing that we need to have the students be able to do is work together as a team, make decisions, and collaborate. So I think that's one big aspect of it that they're taking away and understanding is, we have to work together. We've got to get a job done in 3 days, and they do an excellent job with that. So with that being said, we have a short little video clip for you, and then we'll continue.
Today we'll show you the video, we'll show you some examples from last marking period, what other groups have done, and then we'll get you guys working, collaborating, talking.
We really wanted the collaboration, the kids kind of working together, working on that teamwork kind of thing, and then bringing in the engineering and the FCS components as well. This is our second marking period. We're going to do it quarterly from now on, end of every marking period, kind of like the wrap-up activity to both of our components, tech ed and FCS.
The students have me for 1 marking period, so they build the structures, and then at some point during the year they go to FCS and they'll get the cupcake portion of it. So they really do it 2 times a year. We felt it would be best for the students, trying to find ways to collaborate, work together. And this was just an awesome project where the students get to do one part of it in hers, another part in mine, and then they get to flip-flop throughout the year. So they're working together. I think ultimately, at least for me, one of the big things that I try to get to them is teamwork, being able to communicate with each other to create a product in a certain time period.
Collaboration, teamwork, they love it, they have fun. Even the kids that we struggle to get involved in things really like the competitive aspect of this and the design and the little bit of rush that we have going on with the week planning time.
We've had a beach theme. It seems to be pretty popular. I don't know if everybody's thinking summer already. We've had a couple football themes. We've had a couple space, galaxy, those items as well. So a couple different themes.
We both have a budget, so I allot for this in my budget for food. And then we've also had a couple things donated by teachers and a couple of contractors and stuff. So we just try to, get what we can. And we use Ian uses his scraps and stuff that he has laying around. The kids actually bring in supplies as well. I tell them I can give them the stuff to make cupcakes and vanilla icing, and everything else is on them. Food dye, gummy bears, whatever else they want, they need to bring in and talk about that as part of their collaboration.
They're learning, like I said, one big thing would definitely be the teamwork, the communication, what you need out in the real world. We try to give that to them as much as we can. And again, just working together as a team, you've got a deadline that you need to meet, and being able to do that, being able to come up with an idea and then making it happen. Having the kids do it for 2 marking periods, just seeing them work together, being excited about it, is awesome, and that's what keeps it going each year. I think, there's certain projects where not every kid's really into it. This project seems to be everybody's into it. Everybody's enjoying it, having a good time, ultimately eating their cupcakes at the end. They all seem to like that.
Okay, so that was a little bit more about our Cupcake Wars. Again, we really just wanted to focus on that STEM, concepts of collaborating with each other, building that teamwork, a little bit of engineering, a little bit of time crunch. And like we said in the video, the kids really love it. Like, every kid is involved. It's a jam-packed week of fun and working together. So that's awesome. And it's kind of become even more now that the kids have at least had one or the other of us, to kind of see that they can do more, that they know the time limit and stuff. So I have a couple of questions for you guys. All right, Chase, how did you get to express your creativity during this project?
Like I said, there's no limit to what you can create, so it's all you can think of. All your thoughts just get put into the work.
Awesome. Did you like that aspect?
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. All right, Miss Teagan, what communication strategies did you use, and how did your group communicate with each other? Did you find it easy?
We distributed the jobs evenly to everyone throughout the group, so everybody could contribute. But although working with strong personalities and diverse personalities was a little bit different, and challenging for some people.
And you were able to work through that?
Oh yeah.
Awesome. Colby, what kind of challenges did you face when you had to do this project?
The challenges that we faced were coming up with theme ideas and also trying to communicate with new people that you'd never really met before.
Yeah, with Tech Ed and FCS and having both groups combined. Awesome job. Grace. So Grace, you've actually done both sides of this project, Tech Ed and FCS. So how did you improve the second time around when you had FCS versus the first time when you had Tech Ed?
We knew that we could communicate more with the Tech Ed groups, and it was we knew what we were doing more because I had it first mark period, and we knew how fast we had to work.
Yeah, you knew there was a little bit more of a time crunch. Great job. Lorelai, what elements of this project required critical thinking?
Figuring out the dimensions of our structure, working as a productive team, choosing and picking jobs equally, decorating and baking cupcakes, and just trying to have fun in the process.
Good, I'm glad you had fun. All right, Michael, what was your favorite part about this project?
I liked constructing the structures, eating the cupcakes, and being creative with them.
Awesome. Eating is always the best part. Cash, how did your group collaborate during this project?
We focused on communication, and we were just really nice to each other.
Awesome, and you had fun, right?
Wait, yeah.
Awesome. So what I want to talk about now is, so I took this STEM idea and I kind of ran with it, and as part of my curriculum, I have to demonstrate the recipes before the kids make them. And a lot of my kids spend most of their night on YouTube anyway. So what I figured I would do is I would take my demos and I would work with Andrew Rothermel, and we would have me videotaped doing these demonstrations. And then the kids would watch them for homework instead of me doing an entire day of me demoing and using 6 different recipes and resources that the district pays for. So now what we're gonna do starting next year is use these demos as a homework assignment, and then the kids will come in and actually cook the next day. So I have one of those videos for you as well for you to watch.
Hey guys, it's Miss Borges. We're going to be making pizza bubble bread today. So I'm just going to get started. Make sure you wash your hands first, as always. And And the reason you need a hole in the center is the same reason a donut needs a hole in the center, which would be because it needs to cook evenly around the outside. So when you're measuring, you want to make sure it's on a flat surface. At eye level, you want to get down, and you want to check and make sure that the bottom of the meniscus is there. And you can see that it's grown quite a bit from what it was. None of those glass spaces are showing anymore. So you can either serve this in individual bubbles, or you can just cut it like a pizza, put it on a plate. Okay, and enjoy.
That was really hard for me to get over because cameras and microphones freak me out. So the plan is to place those on my website, and then the kids will watch them prior to us cooking, and they will come in the next day and cook. And then if they want to make it at home, they can watch the videos with their families and embarrass me even more. Or they can use them. And then our plan is to do some advanced ones that will only be on the website, kind of like a tasty video, if you've ever seen one of those. So the plan is to do some advanced ones that we won't do in class that kids can do at home with their families. So what we really wanted to reinforce here was the STEM technology collaboration aspect. We're building that from RamQuest in 5-6 up to 7th. And just really making sure that this is a skill that these kids have prior to coming to 8th grade in the high school.